Canadian geese have been a big problem to golf courses for a long period of time. Being from the Midwest, Canadian geese have reduced rounds of golf due to a lot of problems on the course, and also slow down play and give a lot of headache to grounds crew. Because this continues to be the problem, there are new ways of preventing the geese from coming to the golf course. In this presentation, I will inform you of the new ways that have been invented for that reason. But before I get started, we're going to talk a little bit about the problems geese create for the golf course. The first one is Canadian geese are in the Midwest, which is cool weather. They love cool weather grasses, and one of the number one cool weather grasses they really love is bent grass. Bent grass is like a turkey dinner to these geese. So when they do eat the grass, they pull up the roots, which causes holes in the greens and the tee boxes and all over the course. Makes the course very unattractive, and a lot of time fixing the holes and money on fixing the holes also. The second problem geese create is feces. Geese poop is a big problem on the golf course because they tend to make the golf course unattractive. A study by Dr. Joel Brown of the University of Illinois in Chicago proved that geese defecate 7 to 10 minutes a day. And then by that causes 750 pounds per year. In one day, they poop 2 pounds a day. So that's a lot of poop all over the golf course. A lot of cleanup to do, and causes the golf course to be unattractive for the golfers, which can reduce the rounds of golf. Third thing is the nesting season. During the nesting season, geese become very aggressive, and they will not scatter when you walk close to them. They will be ready to fight. So this causes a lot of problems with golfers not wanting to get near them. And what happens when your golf ball lands in the middle of a bunch of geese and they won't scatter? So there's the problems, and now I'm going to go to the solutions to get rid of these geese and the cost that these geese cause to take care of. The solutions and costs. First one is Away with Geese. Away with Geese is a unit that floats in the water, and it disrupts the geese's sleeping pattern. It's got an LED, and the geese love to sleep in the lake, which keeps the predators away. And then this unit will cost about $335 per unit, and covers about 3.5 acres. So it just depends on how big your ponds are, is how many units you would need. But this is a very effective unit, and no harm is done to the geese, and they stay away because they can't sleep there. Second solution is coyote decoys. These are great tools to scare off the geese, but sometimes they get to be ineffective because the decoys don't move. So the geese tend to get smart and realize that they're not moving, they're not going to hurt me. For a paper cutout decoy, for 2 of them is about $55, and for a 3D decoy is from Delta is $90. Delta makes 3D archery targets too, and that's what they also use. One of the most effective ways from getting rid of these geese is training a dog to scatter the geese. One thing though with using a dog is from pet education, training a dog and housing a dog is very expensive. It takes time and persistence to get this dog trained to scatter the geese. And yearly training can run from $500 to thousands of dollars. The recommended dog for this would be a border collie because its natural abilities is to herd sheep. So this would be a great dog to have. One downside is sometimes members don't like dogs on their golf course. So you would have to run that by your golf association to see if they let that happen. This is going to be Flight Control Plus. It's a chemical-based system that you would dilute and pour out on the golf course. It covers, for 1 gallon, covers about 1 acre of the golf course. And it's very expensive. It's $279 a gallon. And you'll have to use this over multiple periods of time because geese, it takes time for the geese to realize this food is not that good. And they just, it doesn't hurt the geese. What it does is it disrupts their digestive system. So after a period of time, they realize this food's no good and they'll fly away and they won't come back. Now on to the lower costing solutions. And most of these are during the nesting season. First one is the trusty 12 gauge. Talking to my assistant superintendent, Chris Siegel at Meadow Lake Golf Course, he says this is a great way to get rid of geese because obviously you're going to shoot them and kill them and they won't be around anymore. But it depends on if you're in the city limits or outside of the city limits. If you're inside the city limits, you're not able to use a gun. And you also have to talk to your conservation department to get a permit during non-hunting seasons. The other thing is if you can find a nest, you can shake the eggs or put fake eggs in their nest. This will tell the mother goose that, oh, my eggs are not hatching here. This is a bad area to be. And so they will leave the nesting area, leave that area. So concluding, I hope by this presentation I have given you a better insight of how to get geese away and that they are a nuisance on your golf course. So this can also help you get a little bit more ideas on making your golf course better. And thank you very much for having me.